Hey, what's up, FeAr gardeners? This is KG, and this is me, and we're here to talk to you about our top 5 favorite serial killers, because weird-ass people do weird shit like choose their favorite serial killers.
That mask is creepy as fuck.
This mask is creepy as fuck.
I don't know why, it kind of looks like my
It
sister.
looks wet in there.
It kind of looks like my sister. I don't know.
How does it look like your sister?
I don't know, it just kind of does.
Why the fuck does it have holes in the top? That is dumb.
I don't know.
Oh my god. I gotta
We'll
work around
figure
that.
it out.
That's fucking, it's wet in there. That's gross. So today we're going to talk to you about our top favorite serial killers. And when I say favorite, I mean most intriguing, not that we want to be serial killers.
Yeah, we're not going to rank them by like number of kills or how gruesome. We're just talking about our top 5.
The ones that really intrigue us. We're going to start with number 5. And number 5 is one that he's not really familiar with, but I love. And that's Richard Trenton Chase. He's actually from Sacramento. So He was called the Vampire of Sacramento because he would kill people and drink their blood and also like eat their parts. But one of his favorite things, one of his favorite meals was to blend body parts or blood or whatever with Coca-Cola. Make like a slushie, like a human slushie.
Nice.
Yeah.
It's the Dick Chase Slurpee.
Dick Chase Slurpee.
Yeah.
So I actually wrote about him just very briefly in the first Dylan Hart book.
Okay.
So talking about clinical vampirism, but he was schizophrenic, and he'd already been hospitalized for doing this to animals. And when they released him, he ended up killing like a whole family, like 7 or
He's
something.
lucky he didn't get sick or die. Or,
The reason he was doing this was to keep the Nazis from listening in on it.
Oh.
Yeah, so he was pretty crazy.
It's important.
It's definitely important to keep Nazis away, but don't kill people to do that.
Yeah.
Don't do that. So, number 4. Do you know who number 4 is?
Do I?
Yes.
You
familiar?
Heard of the name, don't know his work.
Really?
Not familiar with it.
All right, so we're going to have to do some research on that so you can know more about it.
Okay.
Because Ed Gein is really intriguing. Now, he didn't really kill a whole lot, but he also dug up bodies of women and created like furniture and all kinds of stuff out of their skin and bones and stuff.
Really?
He did.
Oh,
Yeah, he had like an ashtray made out of a skull. The stuff that you would know is like Psycho and Texas Chainsaw Massacre. Those were all based loosely on Ed Gein. Yeah.
And kind of getting like a Jeepers Creepers vibe.
A little bit, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Creepy.
Creepy.
Wow.
Super creep. So Ed Gein is pretty crazy. Just his face, just in general, when you see his face, it's like...
I'll have to definitely check him out for sure.
Yeah, I would recommend it. And if you don't know who Ed Gein is, go look it up. Number 3.
I know that guy.
Yeah.
Jeffrey Dahmer.
Jeffrey Dahmer.
Yeah, I know him. Not my favorite. I'm not really into eating people. I don't know. There's a difference between killing somebody and doing something with it. That's one thing. But to take it the extra step and make a meal out of it,
Yeah.
that's that takes a special kind of person. And he was.
Yeah, so I just watched an interview from back in like 92, I think. I think he was killed in 92, 93. It was like a couple months before he was killed.
Right.
And it was an interview with him and Stone Phillips. You remember Stone Phillips?
Stone?
Yes, him and Stone Phillips and Jeffrey Dahmer's dad.
Mm.
And Dahmer just seems like this super relaxed person.
He had a pretty good upbringing, didn't he?
Yeah, I mean, like his parents got divorced when he was young, but it wasn't anything that was like crazy. You know what I mean? Like it wasn't like abused or anything like that.
Interesting.
I don't know. I don't know. But his dad felt like he had a lot of like kind of sociopathic tendencies in himself, and he was always worried that he'd pass it on to his son. And clearly, obviously, something happened because he fucking killed people.
I mean,
but you
I
know,
don't know. It's like a sociopath with culinary skills. I mean, it's like
he said
be one or the other, man.
He said in an interview that he wanted to keep them with him. Like, he never wanted to actually kill people. Like, he really didn't like killing people.
Did he care for them?
Yeah, like, he just wanted those people with him to stay with him. So it was actually a really sad thing. Even though he killed people and it's awful and all that stuff, it's like, you could tell, like, there's this just huge piece of humanity still in him. Like, I didn't want to kill those people, but I did it because I'm fucking crazy.
And he was killed in prison.
And he was killed in prison.
In the 90s sometime, right?
92 or 93, yeah.
Rest in peace, Dahmer. Number 2, my guy. My guy.
Yeah.
Like, my guy, but definitely not the most interesting story, because that's our number 1. Because I have personal ties to that killer. You do too, possibly.
Possibly.
But number 2, my favorite, and he was just almost the perfect serial killer, and he could have got away with it. Dennis Rader, BTK, bind, torture, kill. This guy, he killed a lot of people.
Yeah.
And he liked to do dirty things to them.
Yeah.
And he got away with it for a long time.
He had like a wife and kids and stuff, didn't he?
Normal guy, you know, he was, you know, working in town. He, you know, went to church. He was active in his church. And he went cold turkey for a long time. And he tried to make a comeback by just taunting the news, taunting the police department. And I don't think that he was really up on the times, because they actually were able to basically get his digital fingerprint off of like the computer, like his activities.
Yeah.
And they caught him. And
but if he hadn't done all that taunting shit, he would not been caught.
He would have got away with it. And just he is weird, because he kind of makes it about himself, like kind of a sociopath, narcissistic attitude. He has really no remorse. Even when during his sentencing and they asked him to speak, he wasn't a lot going on up there. He was.
You could see it as like just his face is
and really full of himself, and almost in a way proud of himself. But you could get that through like his letters and everything that he did when he was actively doing his thing in the 70s. But yeah, just soulless, heartless. All he really cared about, what he said was sorry to his family. Like, sorry that he did that to his family and he wasn't going to be around anymore. Like, usually someone will have, like, a fingerprint, like a type of profile that they look for.
Yeah.
You know, someone might be in the skinny blondes or whatever. He didn't care.
Yeah.
Old, young, you know, any race. He didn't care.
Huh.
So sick fuck.
But he taunted the police and then he got caught.
Yeah.
But
if he just would have kept his mouth shut, he would have been the perfect serial killer.
Well, the next one is kind of the perfect serial killer because he never got caught.
He is, and I think,
Probably.
and I really think the only reason that he hasn't gotten caught or was never caught is because he died.
Yeah, he died.
And I'm almost positive that he may have had like a criminal history, and I think he died in prison.
You think so?
Yeah.
So what's number 1?
Zodiac killer.
Zodiac is so intriguing because he never got caught.
Yeah.
So personally, I prefer to hear about serial killers that kill like up close and personal, stabbing or fucking torture or whatever. Not like I want people to that to happen, but I feel like when you just shoot somebody, a fucking gangster down the street can just shoot somebody. Yeah. Does that make them a serial killer too?
Yeah.
You know, so the fact that
I guess it does. Like, you know, Son of Sam. I mean, kind of the same thing. It wasn't very intimate. Zodiac was super intimate. Yeah, he was good. He was good at what he did.
Yeah.
He used the media. He fucked with the cops a lot. He used kind of like idle threats, but it was enough to kind of paranoid society.
Yeah.
Bring the San Francisco area to its knees. One of his, actually, I believe it was his first murder, was in Vallejo, California, my hometown, at a park called Blue Rock Springs. The apartment that I was born and raised until I was pretty young, but was right next to that park. So kind of creepy. So I always grew up with the Zodiac. Like, I knew who the Zodiac was at an early age. And you just hear stories from like my grandma, my grandpa, who lived in the area when everything was going on. But he wasn't very consistent, like his pattern. He was kind of sporadic. And it almost makes me think that maybe a couple of the murders may have been copycats.
Yeah, you think so?
I don't know.
Well, I heard some theories too that maybe he'd been in the military or something, and so he would like go out on debt and then come back.
I mean, going off of everything that happened in like San Francisco and Vallejo, but when you really look at the murder at Lake Berryessa, where he was in the cloak, and I don't know if that was him. I think that may have been a copycat.
Yeah.
But they never found out who that was either. And that's actually one of the only witnesses was from that murder.
Yeah.
So, I don't know. he may be the perfect serial killer.
Possibly.
Never been
So,
caught.
okay. So you say your grandparents talked about the Zodiac killer all the time, right? Well,
yeah.
you know, my grandma talked about Zodiac all the time. My grandma was obsessed with Zodiac. And that's because she is positive that she saw him in a bar in, I think it was, it had to have been like after my grandpa died. He died in 1969. So what years was the Zodiac?
Around that time.
Yeah.
Throughout that whole.
So they were at a camp that was shut down for the summer, and they were just all like fucking squatting up there or whatever. My grandma and a bunch of her biker friends and stuff. They were at this bar.
And I do believe she said it was on the 33.
Yes.
And
he was in the area at that time.
One of his, he almost abducted someone or killed someone.
Yeah.
In that, they're pretty sure it was him. Was on the 33 corridor there.
Yeah.
So that's where your grandma was saying that she was at. So.
Yeah, she was there, and she was shooting pool, and there was a guy that just kept staring at her and was really creeping her out and stuff. And so she ended up like telling somebody, and he left after it became known that he was being watched, that he was also being watched.
Right.
So when she got home, she drew a sketch of what he looked like.
Right.
And she tucked that sketch away. Well, my great-grandma was a huge fan of detective stuff. Huge. And so she was really into the Zodiac, too. So she kept all these clippings, and when that, not the round face composite, the more slender one came out, my grandma had already drawn hers. And my great-grandma, Evelyn, she went and got the fucking two of them and put them side by side, and they were like practically the fucking same. Dude, practically the same.
Almost.
It was the clean cut with the glasses and the pea coat and all that stuff, dude.
It was a near miss.
Yeah, dude, she fucking very well, my grandma could have got fucking killed.
So what did you guys think of our list? Let us know. Who's your favorite serial killer? It's almost weird saying that. Who's your favorite
serial killer?
They're not to be celebrated or embraced.
No.
But
like studied and researched.
Studied and researched, and they are a part of history.
It happened. I mean,
you know, if it wasn't for these guys, you wouldn't have FBI profiling. You wouldn't really have the leap forward in forensics that we have now. So they are to be celebrated in that way. But let us know who your top 5 is, or who your favorite serial killer is. Let us know down below, and don't forget to like, subscribe, and click the little notification bell.
That's me liking and clicking buttons.
You're liking and clicking.
I'm liking and clicking buttons right there. That's
all right.
So this is KG. This is me. This has been FeAr GaRdEn for all the month of October. Make sure you check out this playlist. It's pretty awesome. And watch us live Saturday nights. And we'll see you next time. Where's the thing?